This is a demo of VICA31 software that creates punching files for the program VICA30. You are provided with a program in your VICA30 path. This is it, VICA31. You can double click on it to run it and put in your punching parameters, and it will create a punching file for you. I double clicked, and here's the program. I also have a testing mechanism which will play back keystrokes and test the program. So this is being done because I recorded all these keystrokes. So you put in the parameters for, in this case, I chose 3 stator punching, all new, because there is no punching file as of yet, as far as you know. Now it is still, let's do this, it is still typing in data, although I have paused it. Let's play it. The manual tells you what all of these parameters are and gives you diagrams for your slots that show what they are. Now, that's the end of this recording. I'm going to say yes, and it will write the punching file with this name here. So I'm going to say yes. Then it repeats the inputs and outputs of the screen and says it was saved to BTC stator punching A. Now we can go and do the rotor punching, although you can do the rotor punching first if you like. Let's go take a look at that. What happened here? In the VICA30 directory, now we have this punching file. It is a text file. It has no extension per the usual naming convention of VNOT. I'm going to open it with Notepad. And this is the punching file. There's the punching name, and here are the parameters that you put in lines 1 and 2, and in the third line are parameters that are calculated. Everything is 8 columns wide now. That is different from previous versions. This can be read back into the VICA30 program, or these parameters can be pasted in to its input file, depending on which option you choose. Now, We'll go back and we will put in the rotor punching inputs. And in this one, we'll do some line correction so you can see how easy that is now. Let me change my playback script. Where is it? Oh, it's still up here. Okay. Going to go get my script for the rotor. This is macro recorder, by the way. It costs money, but useful for what I do. So I don't go crazy retyping all these numbers time after time. All right, and now I'm going to play this back into here. This is BTC RP1, rotor punching one. I'm going to pause it when we get to the mistake that has to be corrected. 2, 3. I'm going to put some commas in there by mistake. They were actual mistakes. This line is good. And here I think I'm going to be, yep, oh, no, I think I'm going to be making some mistakes. Let's see where we are. Are we there yet? Not yet. Guess I must have made a mistake. Now we're off the script and back to manual input. Let's see. Now we're gonna go figure out what these parameters are. This one doesn't have a bottom ring. I'm gonna put zeros in here. You never need decimal points anymore. No. Do this again. Okay, 0. Bottom ring ID 0%. Conductivity. Bottom bar extension. Okay, is it okay? Well, the numbers I put in are shown. What's going on here? Move that back over. Input's okay, yes. Okay, that was the last of the rotor slot inputs, and now your inputs are shown, your outputs are shown. All that stuff is written into this file name. So let's go take a look. We're done here. These punching files can be read in or copied for VICA30. Let's go to VICA30. Here's our RRR program file. That's the right one. Open it with Notepad. And there it is. Everything is 8 wide now. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of input because it always assumes double cage now. Put in zeros if you don't have double cage. and then the outputs. So that has changed about the rotor punching file.